Oh man, get ready to cringe. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Jill Scott and her woke and defensive rendition of the national anthem. Now, before I even get into the video, which I do have, and if you want to see it in full, link as always will be in the description box. But if you don't know who Jill Scott is, she is an R&B singer. I think she's in her 40s, maybe 50s by now. She's been around for quite a long time. She's from Philadelphia. She's done songs with The Roots, and you guys probably know The Roots. That is now Jimmy Fallon's band on his late night talk show. Also, she is an actress. I saw her in the show called Girlfriends. If you ever seen that show back in the day, it was funny because she was the romantic interest of the male character. Well, I think the only consistent male character in the TV show, William. And it was weird because Jill Scott's kind of big a little bit. And then whenever she'd be on camera, they play this sappy music. Like it was something special for her to be big and be a love interest. It was a mess, but I digress. The whole point is that she is kind of well known, not necessarily a super mega star or anything like that, but she's not a poor person. Look up her net worth. You're talking about 10, 12 million. So this person has a little bit of money, a little bit of notoriety as a celebrity, as an R&B singer, but she has really gone woke in recent years, as far as I know, and the national anthem is no exception. Now, I've not watched the full version of this. I want to watch it right now with you guys, kind of live, and give my reaction. If you want to see it again, links, as always, will be in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory erased. Oh, say, does this truth hold this is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, oh man. Okay, Jill Scott, ladies and gentlemen, that was her at the Essence Fest, which was recently. So I think this is right around Independence Day, July 4th. So I guess the cool thing for the rich, privileged celebrities to do in a crowd full of other kind of well-to-do people is talk about how oppressed they are and the slavery that has been gone since the 1860s, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot there. First of all, Jill Scott is a good singer, but that was not a very good performance. Just from a singing point of view, we're going to get to the lyrics, which I was not pleased with, but just the singing, I wasn't really a fan of vocally. It didn't sound good. That's the first thing. If you're going to do some kind of woke, offensive ridiculous rendition like that at least sound good sonically. That's the first thing. Second thing, the lyrics were ridiculous, totally ridiculous. And it's always these rich people, these celebrities that speak this way. They're always the ones talking about how they hate Independence Day, they hate America. They always say that. I was in Nashville doing a speaking engagement, and shout out to you guys that were there, and I was speaking about the celebrities. Remember in 2016 when Trump first got elected, and they were talking about if he wins, we're going to Canada, but none of them left. They hate America so much, but they don't want to leave. Jill Scott, prime example. You talking about how bad America is in the national anthem, yet you live right here in America. You've become a millionaire in America, famous in America. You're at the Essence Fest in New Orleans, Louisiana. Where is that at, America? You're here, living here, becoming rich here, empowering your family here, but it's the worst place on planet Earth. Then you say our blood built this nation. And you know what? I'm going to agree with you on that. I'm going to agree, but I got to add something else. I got to, throw my 2 cents in there. Your ancestors' blood built this land. So did mine. So did the white man. His blood of his ancestors built this land too. Because how many people fought and died in wars, conflicts, whatever you want to call it, building industries, building the infrastructure. How many white men, black men, Native Americans, everybody died to make this land what it is. How many white slaves, how many black slaves? I was watching something about Appalachia, which is where I'm originally from. I'm here right now really in East Tennessee. That's kind of Appalachia as well. But I'm born Charleston, West Virginia, right in the mountain, right in the heart of Appalachia. And the guy in the video I was watching was talking about this thing called script. And if you don't know about that, basically what coal mining companies would do back in the day, a long time ago, is they would pay the coal miners in a currency that you could only spend at the company store right by the mine. You couldn't go anywhere else with it. Normally, if you get a paycheck from a company, you can go do whatever you want to do. You get paid from the company and then go to the mall, go to the beach, go wherever you want to go, hop on the plane, have a vacation. But back in the day, you would get paid in a company-only currency that you could only spend right there. And of course, prices are jacked up real high. And then the man that was interviewing them was asking them, like, how did they feel about this? What are your thoughts on it? It was like, well, it was slavery. It was legalized slavery. Okay, you couldn't really go anywhere. You were pretty much tied to the company. You're going into the coal mine, you're getting black lung, all that kind of stuff. And they're pretty much robbing you, but you have no other choice. What else are you going to do? It was the same thing during slavery. And in West Virginia, you had black folks, white folks working side by side in the same coal mine, in the same salt mine, under the same conditions. Okay, so this whole thing about, the black man so oppressed. I mean, are we going to go back to Africa where we were really oppressed? Okay, where our fellow so-called black man came and kidnapped us, took us, and put us in the castle, waiting on the white man to come, put us in the boat, and take us to the New World, taking us to South America, to the islands, to North America, and everywhere else? Are we going to mention the slavery that went across the Sahara Desert into the Ottoman Empire and the Saudi Arabia, places like that? Are we going to speak about that? Or are we only going to talk about how oppressed the black man was in America and not the totality of the entire situation? Okay, we all sacrificed to make this land what it is today. Without us, without them, without everybody, this place wouldn't be what it is. Europe is cool. Europe is nice. But at the same time, where would they be without outside people? I think France says they get, 75% of the energy from Uganda. At the end of the day, we all are necessary to make this whole thing work. You can't just say one side or the other is responsible or they're the victims. It takes a collaborative effort. So I did not really like that version of the national anthem too much. It didn't sound good to my eardrum just from the actual vocals. The lyrics in it is ridiculous. It's just a bunch of oppression Olympics type stuff. Shout out to Anton Daniels for that one. oppression Olympics. I'm oppressed, although I am a multimillionaire, world famous. I'm getting booked at Essence Festival in New Orleans, Louisiana. How much am I getting paid for that? A pretty penny, I'm sure. I'm in television. I'm in movies. I'm famous, but I'm oppressed. But the 1800s, I hate that so much. And as I close, I want to say this. When I hear things like this, it usually comes from the privileged point of view. Okay, you go down the hood, 4th of July, they popping fireworks, they cooking out, they got on red, white, and blue. All this anti-America sentiment isn't really there as much as it is in the more suburban type of environment. And that's not from the suburban blacks, that's suburban whites and everybody else that feeds into this destructive liberal mindset. It is a virus that affects all of us of all races, but just not those of us that have been able to get beyond it and who are awake in our mind. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about that national anthem? Do you think that it was on point, off point? Was it offensive to you? Are you upset? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. That was a ridiculous rendition of the national anthem, a desecration, really. The national anthem represents all Americans. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter anything about yourself. You're an American citizen. You're here legally. The national anthem is for you. Okay? We've had a lot of trials, tribulations, hard times, good times, dark history, whatever you want to call it. We've been able to, in a real way, progress and get beyond those times and get to where we are right now, which is the best country anywhere on God's green earth. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.